The COVID pandemic brought out the best and the worst of humanity. Amongst the best, it created a unity amongst all people, a unity of faith, a unity of compassion, a unity of service, a unity of selfless service to mankind.
Oxygen is one of the lifelines of the hospital, because without which an ICU or any hospital for that matter can't exist. All our patients, ICU patients, surgical patients, post-delivery patients, all are dependent on oxygen in one way or the other.
After the first COVID wave back in 2020, we had requests from many organizations in India for support. We had set up a criteria to support those hospitals or health organizations which had geographical severity as well as their service and the penetration among the community. So looking at this criteria, we were able to shortlist few organizations, one in Uttar Pradesh and one in Tamil Nadu, and HBS Hospital in Bangalore.
Usually oxygen is provided through, we have all seen the common standard cylinders, which probably most of us have seen in our olden days. And things have started, have improved on to having through pipe supplies through large cylinders. Of late, since COVID, even the huge cylinders, the Dura cylinders were not enough. So that's where we found that we need to have an oxygen plant, because the oxygen plant gives you a continuous, uninterrupted, self-owned or self-sufficient production of oxygen, which will be sufficient for us to run the hospital without any outside dependency.
Second wave, we did have a lot of problem with the oxygen. And at that point, we felt like we should have an oxygen plant at our hospital.
As an immediate response, HBS formed a team of experts to manage procurement of this highly expensive equipment. The team comprised of our oxygen plant expert, Mr. Syed Hidayatullah, a process expert, Mr. Muhammad Umar, commercial transaction experts, Mr. Sheikh Ahmed, Mr. Muhammad Irfan, and others. The team got together and laid out stringent criteria for selection of the plant and the technical specifications. And based on that, we floated the requirements. We received 9 responses, and the team then selected one vendor out of them, which was Aircomp International from Nagpur.
My name is Irfan Sheikh, and I am basically oxygen plant manufacturer based at Nagpur. This is a 1000 LPM plant which is of 60 nm3, and this is one of the biggest plant as of now in Bangalore, which we have supplied to HBS Hospital. So let me give you a brief description about what are the things we have used in this plant. See, we believe in quality. So this is a 75 kilowatt compressor. The dryer also which we have used of Chicago pneumatic. The next thing which we have used a desiccant dryer to maintain minus 40 degrees Celsius for the oxygen to supply. The brand which we have used is of Bel Air. The main and the most important thing in every oxygen plant is you have to use a good quality molecular sieve to give a good life for the oxygen plant to run. The molecular sieve which we have used, we have imported Honeywell molecular sieve from America, and the life of this molecular sieve is up to 7 to 8 years down the line. The tower which you can see over here is PSA1 and PSA2. These are the twin towers which are used to separate oxygen from nitrogen and argon gas. From here the oxygen is made and we supplied the oxygen to the main line. There is a storage tank in the back side of the plant. The storage tank is of 3000 liters, and from the storage tank the connection is given to the main line of the hospital. This project was a bit challenging to us because the whole plant, which is of 6.5 ton, has to be lifted at the terrace of the hospital. So the height of the hospital is approximately 60 feet, and we have used huge cranes for lifting the whole plant to the terrace of the hospital. So it was a bit challenging because the whole plant has been set up during the peak COVID times. So we got a lot of support from the HBS hospital staff, including Ayub sir, Viresh sir, and Imran. And this is how we completed the plant in 2 months.
Parallel efforts on fundraising commenced immediately. Proposals were made and sent across. We are very glad to say that most people responded immediately and we received significant support from both individuals and organizations from across the world.
On behalf of HBS Hospital, Shama Charitable Trust, staff and all our patients, we express our thanks to all the donors who immediately responded to our appeal in setting up the plant. Helping Hands for Relief and Development, USA, Juniper Networks, Naseem Foundation, USA, Taj and Zakir Syed Foundation. We extend our gratitude and pray for the well-being to the various individual donors, employees, well-wishers and their families from across the world who opened their hearts and supported us through these organizations.
COVID is gone. Poverty has not. Poor people, the suffering, the desperately ill, somebody has to take care of them. Over the years, HBS Hospital has created this expertise in providing low-cost dialysis services to the desperately poor. We are providing more than 80 dialysis services, sessions per day, every day throughout the year in the city of Bangalore. We plan to expand this to nearer towns across the state of Karnataka. We are looking and actively working at Bijapur, Belgaum, Kolar and Hosur at a cost of about $100,000 per center. This is another area where we work in, is to provide training and job opportunities for healthcare providers. We have a paramedical college that needs urgent expansion. We can train lab technicians, dialysis technicians, OT technicians, and radiology technicians. And they have a worldwide market. So we can really look at uplifting people who need this badly. The third area that we are looking at working and expanding our services in providing tertiary medical care in cardiology, in neurosurgery, and in renal transplantation. We look forward to work together in a coordinated way to prove our own humanity, to bring meaning to our lives, and that's what it's all about. Thank you very much for this wonderful feeling that we get and for this cooperation. Thank you again.